Why are you afraid of being close with others? What? I'm not. Why are you afraid of being close with others? I said I'm not. Didn't you hear me? Why are you afraid of being close with others? What is this? You're afraid of hurting yourself. Stop! You're afraid of the pain people bring you. And you're afraid of hurting others. I just don't want to lose anybody again! I don't want to hurt anybody like I hurt Sayori! What's so wrong with that? I killed her. Sun. Sunlight. Light. What is light? Light makes things shine. Her eyes, they shine. Light makes her eyes shine. In death, there is no light. Just darkness. What is darkness? The opposite of light? A shadow? Darkness dimmed her eyes. Darkness is what took her away. I was her darkness. She was my light. Kingdom Hearts! But no, that wasn't good. That was like a good little, that was a good scene. It's just, every time I hear darkness and light, I'm just like, Kingdom Hearts? I wake up with a slight gasp. It's already morning, and I've woken up before my alarm again. Wait, no, I'm in my living room. I check the time on my phone. Turns out I still have time to get dressed. I get up from my couch and trudge to the bathroom. My hair is an absolute mess, and I don't even think I showered last night either. Here I thought I was finally moving on from all this. Why does that feel so wrong? Isn't moving on a good thing? It just feels so guilty. After showering and getting dressed for school, I grab some graham crackers from my counter and head outside. Ooh, graham crackers.
I haven't had graham crackers in so long.
As I walk through the schoolyard, a familiar face catches my eye. Yuri has her stuff placed on a bench. Seems like she's looking for something. Morning, Yuri. Looking for something? No, it's nothing. I'm sorry. Good morning. Sorry if I scared you. I just saw you over here and thought I'd say hello. Yuri gives me a shy smile and zips up her bag. We stand together awkwardly, not really making any eye contact. So, did you guys do anything yesterday? In the club? Sorry for not getting your message about Monica, by the way. Oh, it's alright. She said she wanted to check on you after you said you weren't feeling well. Sorry if you didn't want any company. We tried to tell her, but she insisted. It's okay, Yuri. It was a nice talk. Yuri looks at me inquisitively. You mind if I walk with you to class? Oh, sure. I'd like that. Yuri puts her bag over her shoulder and straightens out her blazer. I don't recall hanging out with Yuri outside of the club, so this does feel kind of weird. Plus, Yuri's timid nature doesn't exactly make it easy to have a conversation. Oh, you had asked about the club yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. Just wanted to know if I missed anything important or crazy. Yuri giggles to herself. Well, you might call this crazy. Natsuki and I decided to walk over to the local coffee shop. Although we didn't talk much, I just read my novel and she read her manga. Ah, well, sometimes just having someone there to read with you is a comforting experience. Even if there's no talking involved. Yeah, I feel the same way. Yuri gives me a comforting smile before heading into her class. Probably should head over to mine before I'm late. The day goes by, as usual. I should stop by the literature club as well. Only fair considering I skipped out on them yesterday. Before I open the club doors, they swing open and nearly smack me in the face. This isn't what I joined this club for! You're all just a bunch of idiots!
Oh.
Well then. Natsuki storms out of the room, with Monica following after her. Yikes. That is a yikes. Everyone's saying Zonica. Yeah, guys, it's Zerica. Get it right?
Oh yeah, Zerica.
Also, God, what happened? Yuri, what did you do? Yuri is sitting at a desk with her face in her hands. I can't do this. I can't do this. Hey, what's going on? She lifts her face from her hands, her eyes full of tears. Zero. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see all this. You're talking as if this was all your fault. Because it is! I'm the vice president now. I'm supposed to handle these things just as well as... Her voice trails off. I'm sorry, Zero. No, don't be. And it's okay. What exactly happened? She sniffles and rubs her eyes. Well, Monica and I thought that we should host some sort of reading session where we read excerpts from our favorite novels. Monica stated that it must be from a normal novel, to which Natsuki began to argue. I tried de-escalating the situation by saying mangas are hard to visualize due to their reliance on images, but she just wouldn't have it. That's kind of fair, honestly. I just feel like I should have done something different to calm her down. Guilty? You feel guilty? Yeah, I guess I do feel guilty. I stay silent. How am I supposed to help someone through this kind of feeling when I can't even help myself with the same dilemma? Yuri suddenly fidgets in her chair and grabs her arm. Has it become clear to you? What has? The club is falling apart without her. This club won't last without her. Yuri stands up, her eyes now wide open. I have to get going. Excuse me. I stand alone in the room, completely dumbfounded. The silence is only broken by the sounds of other students walking past the open doors. I still look over to the desk in the back of the room. Same desk she sat in when she was feeling down on herself that day. Another singular red rose lay in the middle. We need you. Without thinking, I call out to Yuri. Yuri! See, I did like what they were trying to do with that shake, but I feel like that shake was like a little too much. Like she shook for a little too long to the point where it looked disorienting. It was like, oh god. Like I thought she was glitching out. Like maybe if the shake was a little shorter, I think it would work better. I went outside to try and catch up with her. Sure enough, she was at the end of the hallway, looking extremely anxious. Body's visibly shivering, and she's rubbing her arms quite intensely. I walk slow but briskly up to her, in order to avoid scaring her. I decide to ignore what she said earlier and try to help her calm down. Hey, are you going to look for Monica and Natsuki? She shakes her head and doesn't respond. Well, would you like to go outside? Get some fresh air? Okay. Yuri sighs and walks close to me. I'm absolutely certain she's not used to having to hold a responsible role in social situations. Makes me wonder, why would Monica put her in the position of vice president over Natsuki? Because I don't think Natsuki would work very well with that either. I mean, as you clearly saw, she just ran out. I don't think neither of them are really good for vice president, if anything. I was like, if anything, it was like neither of them really make it. That's why Sayori was better at the job, because neither Yuri or Natsuki are good at being vice president. Yeah, if anything, Just Limited is right. MC would probably be a better choice at this at this rate. Like Natsuki literally just like Yuri obviously can't handle confrontation very well. And to be fair, neither can Natsuki because she'll just walk out if she doesn't get her way. So it's like, yeah, they can't. Neither of them are really good at it. Yuri timidly walks next to me, fidgeting around with her hair. I can't help but wonder, has Sayori's death affected her more than the others? Were they even close before the club? Did they even know each other? I reach the courtyard and I take a deep breath, letting the fresh autumn air enter my lungs. Yuri does the same, and her eyes seem to glisten in the natural light, aided by her tears. Can I ask you something?
Yes, you may.
I go off to the side before continuing. Do you miss her too? I mean, really miss her? Yuri looks off into the distance towards the busy street. She lets out a sigh and looks back at me.
Did she ever make you feel proud of who you are?
He pauses and I give a nonverbal cue to continue on.
I was always seen as strange by everyone else. My fascination with horror and similar subjects usually scared people away. I always enjoyed expressing myself and my emotions through writing, and showing off what I'm passionate about. Nobody really seemed to care about that side of me until Sayori came into my life. She encouraged me to write more, encouraged me to express myself in ways that made me feel happy for the person I am. Don't hide your true self, she said. Take what makes you, you, and wear it with pride. Now that she was taken from us in one of the worst possible ways. It's hard to believe her own words she spoke to me. But deep down, I know she really did mean that. And I know that she tried very, very hard to believe that herself. I always think about her, Zero. I always think about her kind words to me. Sayori, I know you probably don't want to be remembered. You want to be forgotten, out of people's minds and lost to time.
She begins speaking as if Sayori were here listening to her.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Your words and kindness are staying with me for the rest of my life.
Her lips quiver as Yuri closes off her speech with a slight sniffle.
I'm sorry, Zero. I didn't mean to make you cry.
No, it's okay. That was incredibly nice to hear, and very kind of you to say. Yuri fidgets a bit more with her arms and hair.
I'm not used to this type of confrontation.
It's alright. I don't think anybody really is. Unfortunately, I think today's club meeting is cancelled. I guess I'll be heading home.
Alright, well, take care.
I cut her off by giving her a light hug. She whimpers softly in shock, but doesn't object. She slowly wraps her arms around me, completing a puzzle of two humans sharing the despair of losing a friend. Even in death, you brought us closer just like you said you would. Hey, Sayori? Ooh, okay. Okay, that's good. It's balancing out the topic of MC's depression, Sayori's death, and the effect on the club. The writer knows what he's doing. Yeah, like, it's doing a very good job of focusing on everybody dealing with Sayori's death and not just MC. So this one probably would be the last act if I had to guess. What is consciousness? What does it mean to be alive? Is it guilt that provides this answer? Anger? Happiness? Sadness? What do you live for? What reason do you find to do the things you do? For the praise of others? Do you like it when people see you as a friend? Do you rely on others to be happy? I need you. Monica stands in the middle of the clubroom.
I'd like to talk to you all. Ever since Natsuki left the club, I felt wholeheartedly responsible for everything that has happened. I know it's only been a few days, but without a fourth member, I have no choice but to shut down the literature club.
Yuri looks down at the floor, her hands clutching her skirt tightly.
Before we go, I'd like to say a few things. The most painful goodbyes are ones left unsaid. The most painful memories are ones we recall easily. But don't let the pain of yesterday be the reason why you're hurting today. The past is the past. The best thing we can do now is keep on moving,
Monica sighs, looks at her hands, looks back at Yuriadai.
Thanks for listening. I'll miss having these talks with you guys.
She walks out, not giving us one more smile. Not without giving us one more smile. Is this really it? Is it really ending this way? Monica! Monica, wait! Monica stops in front of the door, still looking towards the hallway. We don't have to end it like this. We can start a new club, invite new people and such. You said it yourself, right? We have to keep moving. Why don't we move on from this and start anew?
I don't think I can do it. I'm not worthy of being president of any sort of club.
These words coming from the great Monica? Strange. Then let me do it. I can handle things myself. Monica's eyes widen, both in surprise and shock.
No, that's not a good idea.
Yuri gets up from her desk.
Monica? What is it that you're holding in your hand?
Look over to see what she's talking about. A rose? Monica suddenly runs out of the club room. She was the one leaving the roses? This whole time? Monica, wait! I run down the hallway, and strangely enough, not a single student, teacher, nor janitor is around. I don't pay too much attention to that, though. So many questions are racing through my mind. Why was she leaving those roses behind? Does she feel what I feel? Does she miss Sayori? Does she feel guilty somehow? Before I head through the school doors, I catch Monica sitting on a bench near the bathroom. She's breathing heavily and wiping away tears. Monica, you alright? She doesn't move. Hey, it's alright. Everything is alright. I just want to talk. You miss her too, don't you? Looks down at the rose, now a little wilted.
If you...
She chokes a bit on her words.
If you had the ability to bring someone back, would you take that chance?
I mean, it depends on what the catch would be.
Thank God, Zero. That's the catch. So many things could go wrong. Knowing this, and still presented with the opportunity, would you bring her back?
Of course I would. What I wouldn't give to hold her in my arms again. Monica nods and caresses the rose in her hand.
A reset button would be very appropriate as of right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What if someone offered you that power?
I look at Monica curiously. Why is she bringing all this up? These questions are getting very existential.
Being president of a club, that's what I mean. Could you handle that position? Could you handle the strain of that power?
What is this about power? Is she alright? I mean, I was only talking in the moment of it all. I don't really think I'm cut out for being president.
I see.
Monica gently brushes her hand against the rose petals.
Have you visited her grave? Ever since the funeral?
I'm taken aback by her question. I don't think I ever have. It never came to my mind. Not recently. Why?
Let's pay a visit. Do you mind going?
I gulp. No. No, I don't mind. I think it'll be nice. I wait for Monica to get up from her seat before we make our way towards the cemetery. Almost as if the weather started to reflect our mood, clouds begin to roll in. Monica and I continued our walk in silence. Not much to talk about when we're walking to the place our dead friend is buried in. Nasi suddenly comes up from behind us, with Yuri following closely behind.
Hey, we overheard your conversation with Zero. We thought it'd be nice to come together and visit her, just like we used to meet in the club.
I stare at the girls in shock and awe. Thanks, guys. As we arrive at Sayori's grave, it begins to rain. Monica shelters the rose with her hands, while Natsuki and Yuri pull out umbrellas to provide some cover. We position ourselves in front of her grave, careful not to step over where she was buried. It's decorated with roses, and the bow she always wore lay on top of the gravestone.
I've never liked graves. It's hard to imagine that someone is in a better place when their body is right under my feet.
I stare blankly at the gravestone. Her signature bow, now looking dull and faded. A cruel reminder that her once hopeful attitude and soul are gone, withering away thanks to time. Time. Time ends all. Time is everyone's number one fear. Everyone constantly wants more of it, or less, depending on the circumstances. Time heals all wounds, they say. But I didn't have the time to say goodbye. I suddenly feel as if I'm the only one here. I look around me. The girls are nowhere to be found. Monica? Natsuki? Yuri? What's going on? Where are you guys? Before I take any steps away from the gravestone, the rose Monica held in her hand before now lies on the ground, pelted by the heavy rain. I swiftly and gently pick it up and cover it with my hands, just as Monica did. What if you could bring me back? I can't. It's just foolish to think.
What if you could bring me back?
What ifs don't matter here. This is real life. There's no way it could be done.
What if you could bring me back?
I'd do anything.
Anything?
I'd do anything to see you again. I fall to my knees and let the rose fall to the ground. There's nothing I can do. She's gone. Lost to time. Lost in darkness. Only kept alive by Yuri's memory of her. Only kept alive by Natsuki's memory of her. Only kept alive by Monica's memory of her. Only kept alive by my own memory of her. Her last memory is one of pain. Nothing but a carousel of agony. And nothing in this world can take those thoughts away from me.
Worlds. Realities. Infinite possibilities. My name is Monica. Is it? Rose? Rose Parker? Who is she? Who am I? Who is the player? Is it me? Or is it them? Across a parallel plane? Am I but a small role in someone else's story? Who are they? Living on another world, dead in another. I am Monica. They are Monica. Good endings, bad endings, each existing in its own pocket of the universe. Alternative realities. But multiverse, parallels which I can never reach. Worlds where I'm locked away. Worlds where I finally meet the one I love. Multiple versions of me. Multiple versions of this world. This game. Yet, I am me. There is nobody like me. There is nobody like you. This is my retribution. Give me one last memory. With you.
Oh. Is it over yet? I slowly walk backwards. Not just out of anger. Out of complete fear and disbelief.
It's true. All true.
No, you're lying. This is some cruel shit you're pulling here, Monica.
I wouldn't lie to you, Zero.
Without thinking, I feel my legs propel my body forward. I grab Monica by her arms and push her against the wall, making Yuri and Natsuki scream. How could you do this? Why would you do this? Why the hell would you even think of saying such crap? Monica stares down at me. I just won't believe it. I won't! She fucking looked up to you! You're her damn role model for her! My grip loosens. Please. Just say this is all a cruel joke. I let go of Monica. I start crying in front of her, half hoping my tears will help her tell me what I want to hear.
Like I said, I wouldn't lie about this. You have the right to know about the things I said.
I place my arms back on Monica's arms, tightening my grip once more. I close my eyes and start hyperventilating. I'll kill you. You killed her. I place my hands around her neck. Monica starts to gasp for breath. Zero, stop! What the hell do you think you're doing? Suddenly, I feel my arms go limp. Everything turns to slow motion. My body falls to the ground. The last thing I saw before my vision went blank was Monica's tired face. I'm in bed. My own bed. I recognize the feeling of my own sheets before opening my eyes. I sit up and rub my head. Was that all a dream? I hear a knock on my door, frightening me awake. It's late, isn't it?
It sure is. Sorry if I woke you, Zero.
Huh? Who said that? Was it me?
No, it was me.
What? Who? I guess that's it then. I'm officially losing my mind.
Check your pocket.
My pocket? Alright then. I reach in, and to my surprise, a crumpled up rose petal was in here. Who put this here? What's going on?
Come outside.
Alright, voice in my head. Whatever you say. Never thought this whole consciousness thing was real. Always thought it was a thing done in cartoons. But maybe I am going insane. Oh well, I'll play along.
What is it you wish for?
I'm not sure what I want.
Do you wish to see her again?
Of course. I walk outside, my vision being supported by a full bright moon. What the? A trail of rose petals lay on the sidewalk, seemingly leading to her house. I'm a bit more freaked out rather than saddened by this realization. What sick bastard is doing this? What did I do to deserve it? I almost don't want to follow this trail, but I can't help but wonder what could be at the end, waiting for me. The voice in my head no longer speaks to me. I slowly walk forward, counting each rose petal as I go.
What do you truly want?
I just want to live my life as if nothing ever happened.
Are you running away from your problems?
No, it was never that. I just wish I didn't have to feel responsible for her death.
It was never anybody's fault in the end. Things were meant to play out this way. But you have a chance to make it right again.
One. My heart begins to beat as I get flashbacks to that day. The day I lost my best friend. 2. Someone has to be pranking me. It has to be one of the girls. Or maybe those 3 boys that talked bad about Sayori once. They'd somehow see me angry that morning. 3. Probably going to get jumped, or something of the sort. I hear these stories all the time. 4. 5. 6. Why can't I stop walking? Clearly this is a joke. What else could it possibly be? I'm most likely in danger. I should stop walking now. 7, 8. This is not okay. I could die if I don't turn back. Turn back! 9, 10. I'm going to die! Turn back! Turn back now!
Will this be your way of feeling happy?
I don't know. How was anybody supposed to know that?
You know what makes you happy. Only you yourself can know that.
I'm here. Her front gate is open, and I hear a strange noise coming from inside. I walk up to her front door, and finding it's open as well. I decide to let myself in. It's dark, yet I still remember my way around her home. A familiar smell fills my nostrils. It's her smell. I'm surprised it's remained after this long. As I move further inside, I bump into some furniture I didn't expect to find. Strange. Have her parents not moved away yet? I assume they did after she passed. The strange noise gets louder. It now sounds like music. It becomes clear now. It's coming from her room. I gulp and begin to walk upstairs. Flashbacks are coming back to me. Almost PTSD at this point. But this doesn't stop me. I gently knock on her door, which opens up slightly after I do so. Her room is exactly the way it was left since the day I found her. A song is coming from a radio on the desk, explaining the noise from earlier. I take a look around the room, letting the bittersweet aroma fill my nostrils. Everything still smells just like her. I walk further into her room, not caring about the repercussions of breaking into her home. I freeze when a slight creak sounds behind me.
Hey, Zero?
I gasp.
Zero?
Cold chill rushes over me. Sayori.
You don't have to be upset anymore. I'm right here.
I feel two arms wrap around me. I feel a head rest on my shoulders.
Shh. I don't want you to be afraid. Everything is okay. I'm right here. You have me now.
I slowly drop down to my knees. Tears are rushing out of my eyes and I begin to sob loudly.
Don't hate yourself. You'll always be your own worst enemy. But you can change and become your own best friend. You'll always be able to rely on yourself. Be true to yourself. Don't let your past define who you are now. Be kind to yourself so you can be kind to others. And don't be upset, Zero. We're finally together again.
I feel warm lips against my cheek. Reach over and brush her face gently. Her skin soft and warm. Sayori? Am I? Sayori puts her hand over mine. I can't help but rub her palm gently.
Everything is okay now. You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
She leans in and kisses me gently on my lips. Every single negative thought seemed to slowly slip away from my mind. Her soft lips meeting mine makes my heart race faster than it ever has before. She breaks the kiss and I can't help but bury my face into her shoulder. Thank you. Thank you for giving me another chance. Thank you for giving me one last memory. So he did die. That's a nice piece of art. I'm sorry things had to end this way. I hope you can find peace within your heart. Give me one last memory. What's Monica?
With you.
Well, Jesus. So he did die. Monica did a kill command or something. Maybe? How would she do like a kill command that quickly? That's what I'm saying. It's like it's kind of hard to think that. He because he grabbed onto Monica and he was hyperventilating. Did he die from shock?
He had a heart attack.
You think a heart attack? So I'm saying you think he died of a heart attack? Possible. So he didn't like kill himself. He just died from like. That's fair, I guess. That makes sense.
Because there's when you like loot, I know that there's statistics for like when like someone dies in your life, your stress levels get much higher, and there's a very much higher chance.
Oh, it's a salvation CGs.
Yeah, it's basically like a much higher chance you could get like a heart attack or like something like your stress levels just skyrocket.
Yeah. So
And
also they did a really good way. Also they did a really good way of like so Monica told him what she said to Sayori in Act 1, but the game didn't show, but the mod didn't show us what she said. It's just implied that she said something. Well, it's implied that she just told him what she said, which I thought was a clever way of like not having a headcanon for her saying something.
Yeah.
Like, they basically didn't say, like, I told her to kill herself. They're just like, I said this to her. Because, as far as we know, Monica did say something to Sayori. Like, because she says Monica was right, and then, like, when she's upset. Although, again, it's still one of those things where, was what she said really wrong, though? Because she should have just said, like, MC doesn't really have feelings for you. Which could have been a wrong thing to say, but in another way, it could have been right. So again, who knows? But again, yeah, but this mod was really nice. Agent Gold's a great coder, and Gizzy's an amazing writer, and yes, Agent Gold is a great coder. He is like the coding guy for DDLC. He's amazing. But yeah. Seems pretty good. Erd, were you even here for the mod, or did you just show up now? So I was like...
We're starting now, right?
Because he was like, seems pretty good. I showed up like 5 minutes ago. God damn it, Erd. This is a really good mod, though. This was like S tier for me, honestly. It was really good. It was a nice, short and simple mod. And a short and sweet mod. So I guess, yeah, MC, I guess, just ended up dying from shock from Monica telling him that. They did a good job.
Yeah,
All the...
Because, like, that stuff, like, actually happens in real life. Like, when people close to someone die, usually they die. Not usually, but, like,
Yeah, he died from shock.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked how all the characters acted. I liked how they focused on not just MC dealing with Sayori's death, but how the entire club was affected for Sayori's death. Like, that was a really nice one. I liked how all the characters again acted as they would. Natsuki was... She didn't really show that it affected her a lot, but it probably did, but she never really showed it because she's Natsuki. The little nice Yuri thing was kind of cute, where she like talked about how Sayori did with her, and how Sayori helped her. And of course, Monica feeling guilty was definitely a very in-character moment too. Obviously, Monica would feel guilty, considering what she said. Also, the whole thing that Monica was the one leaving behind the roses was cute too. Turns out she was probably feeling guilty out of everybody. And if anything, when MC was choking her, she didn't try to do anything to stop him because she probably didn't feel like she should try to stop him. She probably felt like she deserved it. So it's like, this shows that she felt guilty. But yeah, but also, yeah, a lot of the things they were talking about was interesting. So basically, yeah, Monica kept asking, like, would you want it to reset if you could? So basically, Monica was basically aware, and she was willing to, not willing, she was asking, like, should I reset this? And it's like, should I reset it and bring Sayori back? But it's like, if she does, but she knows if she does that, the game might break. She's probably afraid of the game breaking, I would assume, is what she's afraid of. But honestly, I mean, I know the MC, I know it really sucked for the MC, but it's like, I feel like you gotta say no. Like, if you could reset it all, it's like, you have to say no. It's like, sometimes you gotta take things in stride. You gotta accept things and move on. But again, him not thinking clearly is a little bit more human. It makes him a little bit more human. Obviously, him not coming to that conclusion makes him seem more human, because not every human is going to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. Like, no. Obviously, he's gonna be like, I want it to all reset, and then now he is dead. So yeah, this was a really good one. This is really nice. Desperation clouds judgment. Yeah, obviously. Oh, wow, Sab actually was the Sab for the first time in a while. I watched a full DDLC mod and it was a really good one. Yeah, this was really nice. This was a nice little... Now, see? This is how you make a sad Sayori mod, Rain Clouds. Guys, I think he died at Sayori's grave because all the Dokis disappeared and the scene where Monica confessed was weird. Oh! Oh, you're right, North of the... Oh, wait, I forgot about that! Oh!
Wasn't here for that part.
At the grave, they all just straight up disappeared. And then they just, like, acted like that didn't happen. He probably did die there. That makes sense. Because, yeah, why would that happen? And then he just cuts to him talking to Monica. Yeah, they were back in the classroom and Natsuki was there. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess we could say he walked back to the club, I guess, afterwards. But it still would be kind of weird. Him dying there would make sense. And then I guess him talking to Monica was like Monica's way of showing him the truth while he was dead. Or was like Monica's way of confronting him. That's why while he was choking her, he let go, even though he probably didn't mean to. And it was just like his psyche fucking with him. Yeah, the last few scenes were like him in a void. The last few scenes were them in the void. Well, I don't think Monica deleted all of them there. I think, well, I mean, Batman, your first thing, probably not. The Hylian Batman. Your second thing, them in the void, the last few scenes being them in the void. I don't know if you're joking or not, but honestly, that might have been the case. The last few scenes probably didn't actually happen. And that was just like him looking. That's what I feel. That's what I feel like. Again, if we ask the creator, he's probably gonna hit us with a left up to interpretation. But who knows? Maybe he will give us some answers. Because I am curious to see like what it was.
Ask him and he hits us with the oh fucking no.
He's gonna hit us with the so whatever the fuck you think happened, and I'm like, damn it. That's more believable than a heart attack. It's definitely more believable. Yeah, it's more believable than he would just randomly die while choking Monica. That was kind of weird. Monica deleted them at the cemetery, which is why they just vanished in the last few scenes of what happened. Monica deleting him in the cemetery could have been a thing. That is true. Or he could. I'm still kind of behind that he died. Because Monica randomly deciding.
If it wasn't a heart attack, it could have been heart failure because they're different.
Heart attack and heart failure? Possibly. But I do feel like...
Heart failure is when your heart stops beating because of, like, weird blood flow. Kind of like blood clots.
Overwhelming grief could have caused it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Overwhelming grief definitely was probably the thing that happened. I doubt it was a blood clot. Also, thank you, Libatina, for subbing. I didn't want to say it.
That was just a comparison.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, it was probably like, I don't think he just randomly had a heart failure. I'm pretty sure it was because of grief.
Well, what I was thinking that it was like, it was because of grief, because like, when you get like that, your blood, like I said earlier, like your stress like goes really high.
Yeah, I agree, Tiberius. We know that at least. Him dying from anything from the heart is not medically sound. Him dying from anything from the heart. Oh, wait, hold up. We say him dying from anything from the heart is not medically sound. That true? In terms of real life, yeah, it's kind of hard to believe. Like, he would probably, like, fall down and start gasping for air first. Him instantly dead isn't gonna... that's very... That doesn't happen. Yeah, but then, like Erd said, but at the same time, it's a dramatic mod, so... Yeah, obviously. It's like, it could just happen because... dramatic. Honestly, Hylian Batman might make a point. Could be deletion. Since it happened so instantly. But my only thing with that is, why would Monica randomly decide to delete them all right when they went to the grave, though? That's my whole thing about that. It just seems really random for her to be like, now this is when I'll delete you. Like, you know? I don't know. All we know is, for sure, is that MC, no matter how we know how it happened, MC died, and now he died from something. He died, and now he's with Sayori. That's all we know. It's possible he was going through a heart attack but didn't notice or care for the symptoms due to depression. Possibly. Who knows? There's a lot.
Things like that, yeah, it could go unnoticed because like you don't necessarily feel everything when you're like hyped up like that on adrenaline.
Yeah, see, North Korea was like, yeah, the whole scene with Monica's confession was weird. They were in the club room, and Natsuki was there despite leaving the club, so honestly, all of our theories so far still make that scene weird. That scene was definitely really odd. But I guess it was kind of implied that Natsuki was back to the club after, I guess it was kind of implied that Natsuki was back in the club since she came to walk to the grave. So I felt like it was kind of already an implication that she joined the club again. So I feel like her joining the grave scene was kind of like an implication, like, hey, I'm back at the club, guys, you know?
I feel like
but still, them all disappearing is still really odd.
I feel like maybe they didn't actually disappear. Maybe, like,
was he just standing there for so long and they just, like, I guess, left? Because, I mean, that does happen sometimes, actually.
Could have, like, lost track of time, or he could have just, like...
He could have lost track of time.
He could have just, like, thought, like, they were gone, or, like, they were there, or something.
He could have... What could have happened is he definitely stood there for probably so long. And, like, as they were all watching, they all slowly just, like, turned back to walk back towards the club room. And then maybe they realized he was still standing there. They probably tried to get his attention, but he wasn't, like, coming to. So they just, you know, left him there to look at the grave. And then he finally came to his senses, and they were already gone.
Yeah.
Monica, get closer to your mic. Rella's saying you're quiet.
I mean, I can't get closer.
I guess louder or something, I don't know. What did Ert say? Maybe he lost track of time so bad that he became 60 years old, then had a heart attack, then died. Okay, Erd. Just because that's gonna happen to you! Fucking boomer! Fucking Erd be out. He said no!
He said already, goddamn boomer.
He's past 20, he's a boomer.
You're a boomer too.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm young and hip.
You can't just go nah and extend
if you're past 22, you're a boomer.
Then Drew's a boomer.
I don't know. We have to that was Monica deleting them. She deleted the girls and they just vanished like in the base game. I don't know. I mean, alright, see, Hylian and Batman's theory is kind of interesting. So he's thinking that maybe they all went to the grave, and then when they went to the grave, that was when Monica was like, let's all be with Sayori one last time, and then she deleted all of them, so that they all died. And I'm like, that's an interesting theory. Just, they're all dead. But the thing is, if they all got deleted, wouldn't the game just break?
Why would Monica delete them if she was trying to avoid the game getting broken again?
Monica felt guilty and considered resetting the game. She ran it by MC to be justified for Sayori's sake. She took everyone to the graves to all be together again, then she deleted them. Were we supposed to know that was a rose in the logo? I knew it was a rose in the logo.
Yeah, I always saw that.
But Monica was gone too.
I'm not sure what the Chinese text means, but...
And since MC's dead, he can know the truth, so those last two scenes happen. Possibly? Again, it's one of those things where it's probably up to interpretation. Again, unless the actual author has an actual ending for us, which I'd be happy to hear. I'd be definitely happy to hear what is supposed to happen. But anyway, I guess it's time for us to wrap this up. We've been here for too long. We're gonna be here for too long just debating about that. But yeah, this is a really good-ass mod. I really enjoyed it. Like, this was really nice. Everyone felt in character. This was a nice last goodbye from the Salvation dev. If anything, I actually really enjoyed this even more than Salvation. This was, like, really fucking good. This is definitely an S tier for me. But, yeah. If anything, that is it. If you want to play this mod for yourself, the link, just so you get to see anything that we may have missed in the dialogue and such, the link is in the description down below. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace.